Good morning, Wabash. Good morning, Today, speaking at Pioneer Chapel is Ephrem Chedid with his talk entitled Life is Fun. Ephrem Chedid hails from the warm coast of Beirut, Lebanon, and attended Wabash through graduation in 2018. During those 4 years, Ephrem was a brother of the Phi Delta Theta fraternity, served as VP of the IFC, and was a member of the Sphinx Club, as well as Sons of Wabash. Political science major with a business and French double minor, Ephrem planned on attending law school until his senior year. At this point, he decided to send it into another profession. Currently, he resides in Houston, Texas, working in the healthcare, sales, and consulting field. When not making his way around the largest medical center in the world, he can be found with a nice cigar, most probably by a body of water taking in the Texas sun. Please join me in welcoming Ephrem.
Good morning, Wabash. Good morning, Ephrem. Well, that's a power trip. Guys in the back, can you hear me okay like this? Yes, sir. All good? Okay, I was thinking of going micless. So before starting, I just want to ask you guys to please put your thoughts and positive vibes towards the Cumming family. Jim Cumming, class of 63, is my great uncle. He's a Phi Delta here at Wabash. He has some health challenges right now, and had it not been for him, I would not have attended Wabash, bottom line. So he's fighting like we fight every day, so just send him those vibes. I appreciate it. And with that, I'd like to thank the Sphinx Club for having me back. It feels amazing to be up here. Like, the energy is phenomenal from you guys, and I thank you for that. The faculty in the back, I see you guys. Thank you so much for everything you do and for being here today. And I just want to take a moment and thank you all as students. I know that you guys are busy right now, so I appreciate you being here. It's crazy to think that I was literally just in all your seats, right back there, PDT. I was even more recently right up here with all the Sphinx Club brothers down here, helping organize these wonderful events that brought back alumni to talk about all their different challenges, their successes, their trials, and all their different tribulations that they went through. That said, these trials, challenges, tribulations, we all go through them. Every person in this entire world will go through them. The challenges come in different sizes, they come in different shapes, they come at different times, and they teach totally different lessons, even if it's the same challenge for two different people. They're crucibles through which our mindsets are strengthened, our weaknesses revealed, and our personalities and outlooks on life judged and built. They are tests that hit at all of our cores as human beings. And they test, again, those weaknesses and strengths every single day. That's what a crucible's for. They're fierce in nature, absolutely unpredictable in circumstance and outcome, and they are so inescapable in the simple fact that everyone will face one or many throughout their days as a human being, that they almost seem like a natural state. Fierce, unpredictable, and natural. It's fun. Get it? F.U.N? No? Okay, well, it happens. In this very room, most of us have shared a crucible together. Wabash. Although I'd argue not a single one of us had the exact same path through Wabash. Actually, I don't want to argue, it's just a simple fact of life. None of us go through this place the same, but we all go through this place. And we all come out the other side better for it. And part of that is because all of our dedication to facing those challenges that are placed before us, that comes from this institution. That is what we do have in common in all our unique paths. A mindset that knows you have to earn the knowledge, the growth, and the virtue that comes with a Wabash education. And let's face it, there's one thing we all know as Wabash men and members of the Wabash community, faculty, professors, and everyone alike. It's that nothing is owed to us, but that everything out there, everything, gentlemen, stands to be earned. All of it. Freshmen, you all are about to face one of the greatest crucibles this place has to offer. Chapel sing, baby. Let's go. As someone who's been to quite a few spots around the world, I will tell you right now, chapel sing is one of the best experiences I have ever I had a privilege to take part of, and it's a great tradition, so I'm very envious of you all, I have to admit. And to that point, like I said, growing up in the Middle East, school songs were not even a thing. Like, we didn't even have a jingle. That wasn't something we did. Naturally, as the unpredictability of life would have it, I ended up in a completely brand new environment, about 4,000 miles away from my home, in a school that has the second longest fight song of any in the entire world that I know of, and I was going to yell it at the top of my lungs with every other freshman and student competing for 30 plus minutes. It should be fine. Nothing to worry about there. The competition for this builds. I mean, you guys have probably been, drilling, practicing. The strategy, it's all intense. It's fierce. Not even a single one of you knows how chapel sing is going to go. Not even the brothers. People who have been through it. I have absolutely no clue. Not a single bit. It's unpredictable. If you had to ask me when I was a freshman, I literally thought I was going to get laughed out of the chapel. But I actually was lucky and never got pulled in because I was just singing my heart out and doing my best I could. So trust me, you can't predict it. And the bottom line is, again, all of you are freshmen. You're all equal in that sense. You're all in the same natural state of unpredictability competing. It's fierce, it's unpredictable, and it's natural. Just part of it. Coming to Wabash, I had no idea how much of a crucible this place was going to be for me, especially a kid from Lebanon. Coming out of high school with a very challenging GPA that was right around a 2. Entering one of the most rigorous education systems I've ever seen to this day again. Each class presented a completely different challenge that pushed my mind and honestly my body to the next limit. Like, I was sitting in there, I was studying, I was trying to wrap my head around all these different ideas that for some reason I hadn't had yet, and I couldn't get why. But that's just Wabash. You get outside the box. You think about the things you never thought of before. That's just one of the amazing things about this place. Coming into Wabash, I was set on being a physics major, and in the typical unpredictability of life, I never even sat in on a physics class my entire life while at Wabash. Not participated in and then dropped, literally didn't even sit in on one. And this point was made apparent to me by Dr. Ethan Hollander here during my oral comprehensive boards. So literally, I mean, you're at oral comp, so you've done the first 2 days, you've been through Wabash, you're out of all your positions, you think you've made it and you know everything, right? And this professor points to me that I literally never even tried to do something I thought I was gonna do this whole time. And that was the moment I realized I totally played myself and thought I could hack physics at Wabash. But it happens, man, you never know, it's unpredictable. And naturally, when it came time to graduate, the work ethic, the mindset that was geared toward accepting and seeking out challenges that Wabash put in me helped me feel prepared to walk off the stage at commencement and head on out to Denver, Colorado, where I had accepted a job to become a backup sales rep for one of our reps out there for the company I work with now. Denver. Just like the physics class, never even bought a plane ticket. Didn't even see the place. I was originally hired back in October of my senior year and planned my entire senior year around moving out to Denver, which never happened. I live in Texas, so who would have thought I would decide to move to a state where I knew absolutely no one, to the 4th largest city in the US, to open up a completely cold territory for the healthcare division that I now work with in the company I'm with, and then try to actually hope for it to succeed and grow. I can tell you for sure I would not have bet on that, and I did not bet on that. I was betting on Denver. Yet here we are. And I'm happy, I am overjoyed to stand here today before all of you and tell you that from not existing 9 months ago, the Houston market is up, it is running. I still have a job and my bosses don't hate me, so I must be doing something right. Thank you. It is fierce and has been since day one, man. I'm telling you, I get down there, cold calls, meetings, you never know what's coming at you. That med center is huge. Unpredictable. You, again, never know what's coming at you. But that's just the natural state I've been in for so long because I graduated from Wabash. I was used to being uncomfortable. I was used to being challenged. It was my natural state. So yeah, it's been a ton of freaking fun. I couldn't stand up here today and tell you this if it wasn't. It's just fun. Learning and growing every single day, being challenged, pushing limits I never even knew existed. Like I said, I'd never thought I'd do it, but I am. These are things and feelings that I say to people, and they can look at me and they're puzzled. But none of the people in this world really get that or will get that as much as you guys in this crowd right here, right now. The seniors, you know what I'm talking about. Juniors, a little bit less maybe. Sophomores, freshmen, you guys are staring down the barrel of a huge challenge. But you guys are going to be ready for it because you guys made it here. You guys made it to this place, so you're going to be ready. The crucible of professional life that I'm in now, this crucible that I went after again, that has made me stronger and better, I feel and I hope, every single day, and made me want to better the people around me every single day. I did that because of the tools Wabash gave me. That mindset, again, that I keep going back to, that being used to being challenged. Because, gentlemen, no one owes anyone anything in this life. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be bleak, but that's just the bottom line. You're not owed knowledge. You got to go out and you got to learn it. You are not owed experiences. You have to go out and live them. And you are not owed success. You got to go out and you got to earn that. Those are lessons that I carry every single day. Every single morning I wake up. And I realize that those were lessons being taught to me by those professors, the faculty members, my fellow students, my pledge brothers, my fraternity brothers, my independent friends, everyone. The lessons that you learn at Wabash, the tools that you garner from Wabash, they come in the form of that unrelenting competitiveness that we all have in different areas to push ourselves to be the best we can be, support and encourage and inspire the people around us more importantly. You'll never find a place where the success of the guy next to you means as much in an academic setting as it does here. And that's a blessing you guys really should take in and enjoy. To think critically, act responsibly, live humanely, and lead effectively at all times. And most importantly, to always fight. It's that gift to hard work, to be dedicated, that Wabash is instilling and will instill in all of you, and that you will use to propel yourselves and the people in your lives that you care about forward and make them better, in turn making yourself better. And you should strive to always continue to learn because no one will ever have all the answers. Not me, not you, not even the smartest professors that we're lucky to learn from every day. That's just the bottom line. That unpredictability paired with a commonality of the unpredictability as a factor makes fear a very common feeling for us to have. You don't know. We don't like what we don't know. That's normal. That's natural. It's the fear of fear I find that really paralyzes us sometimes. The fear of, why do I feel this way? I should be fine. He's fine. Why am I not fine? Or she's fine. Why am I? It's that fear of fear that paralyzes you, gentlemen, or at least did me. And it was when I realized after this great place that everyone's just out here working hard, doing their best, trying to succeed. And yeah, you're all worried about something in some way, shape, or form. And when you realize that, when you accept that natural state of fear, the actual fear you have of something becomes power. You can use that to drive you. You realize that that's just part of this, and you're earning that experience. You're earning that lesson. You're earning that success. It's just part of it. You're gonna want it. You're gonna have it fuel you, and you're gonna want to think about it all the time. Gentlemen, that ability to experience that vulnerability, that fear, that ability to be in a situation where others can help you through that, that's what this place gives you, and no place in the world will prepare you for the real world more than that. The ability to understand that no one knows what's coming, you just got to try your best, and you just got to keep pushing forward. An actor and comedian that I'm a huge fan of, and I'm sure you all know him, Jim Carrey, right? We all know Jim Carrey, The Mask, okay? He's funny and all that, but he's actually a very smart guy, and most people don't know him for that. So in my typical style, a lot of people know me or thought they knew me for one thing, and I like to think when I get to know them, I surprise some people. So I was really surprised when I was researching him and I saw this quote he gave at a commencement speech. Quote, "You could fail at what you don't want, so you might as well take a chance on doing what you love." I cannot tell you how true that is. So seniors, you guys are in the closing chapter here at Wabash. And while that quote applies to anyone, freshmen, sophomores, thinking about different majors, different class schedules, juniors, thinking about what your last position is going to be in a leadership role maybe, it applies to you all, but seniors. I want you to know again that fear of what comes next, that's natural. I remember being completely freaked out. My fraternity brothers, some of which are sitting in this front row and in the back there, they know what I'm talking about. And if you don't want to take my word for it that I was freaked out, take theirs, because I was. And I can stand up here and tell you that that's just part of it. You can do something against that. You can set your goals, create a plan around those goals, you can execute those steps, and you can follow through. That is when you'll know you have done your best. Not tried, but done your best to handle that unpredictable state that we're all in. That natural state of how things sit. The natural state of not knowing what comes next, but here's the thing you guys all know, is how hard you can work and what you're capable of. And you know how hard you can push yourselves because these professors, this institution, you guys push yourselves on a daily basis. So take it from the guy who almost dropped out of high school, barely got into college, only to think he was going to be a physics major and a fighter pilot, switched his major without even trying physics to do pre-law, then decided to go into sales before even sitting the LSAT. When I tell you that everybody is just figuring it out, day by day, week by week, class by class, you're all just figuring it out and you're trying your best. I think that's pretty much what's kept me going, is I want to do my best every single day. And that's something that this place gave me, and it's given all of you. Freshmen, you guys are starting a great journey, a great crucible here at Wabash. Sophomores, you guys made it through the first entry round. You guys are starting to think a little bit more towards the future maybe. That's awesome. Get that thought process going, push yourselves. Juniors, you guys are busier, you're about to be busier, and probably taking on more than you've ever been. You're at that crystallizing point, like I like to call it. Junior year, phenomenal. Seniors, like we said, we don't need to harp on it. You guys know this is your last hurrah. But to all of you, I encourage you, enjoy it, challenge yourself, go out, have fun, make others better, be respectful and positive of yourselves, the environment you're in, this institution. Get as much out of it as you can, gentlemen, by being the Wabash gentleman you can be. Because you will continue to be shaped by this place long after you leave these decks and these hollowed halls and every other place you live in and are in every single day. This place shapes me every minute I'm alive. The world is fierce, it's unpredictable, and the fear of that is natural. It's fun. So as you freshmen fight for that chapel sing title, remember that in essence that is fun. You're all competing as hard as you can for that chapel sing title. We all know we were there. We all want that title. You're out there. You're doing it. Everyone's with you. You're all on the level playing field. No one knows how it's going to go. It's unpredictable. And that's just the natural state of it. You're trying your best with the brothers that you have beside you, that you're sharing this experience with, and you're all trying to be the best that you can be at all times. That said, I want to leave all of you with two main points. No one owes you anything. And don't let fear paralyze you. You have to go out and fight that fear every day. Let that fear fuel your fight to push yourself to be better, to push the people around you to be better, to be the best man, the best son, the best brother, the best mentor, coach, whatever it may be. Use that fear of the fear to power that drive you have in you, and realize that everyone is fighting, you are fighting, you're all doing it together. And that's a lot of fighting, man. But here's the thing. You all know what's coming. I ain't worried about any of you guys. And the fact is that it's because you're Wabash little giants. And Wabash always fights. Thank you.